My child, before you take another step, before you speak that word, send that message, sign that paper, or walk through that door, I need you to listen. Heaven has watched you wrestling with this decision. You've cried out in silence when no one else saw. You've stared at the ceiling at night, heart racing, wondering if you'll make the wrong move. I've been there, watching, guarding, waiting. But now, I am speaking, not with thunder or earthquakes, not with a sword drawn in fury, but with fire in my voice and truth wrapped in light. You are standing at a crossroads, and this decision, this moment is heavier than you know. There are forces around you that whisper confusion. Not every open door is a divine one. Not every opportunity is sent from God. There are traps that wear the costume of blessing. There are delays designed to frustrate you into settling. But you must not settle. You must not rush. You must not lean on your own understanding now. You've come too far for that. I have been commanded by the Lord of hosts to intervene. To warn you, yes, but also to cover you, shield you, and speak into your spirit. So hear me now, because this may be the moment that shifts everything. The enemy has studied your patterns. He knows what you crave, what you fear, what you desire, and he's dressed his deception in the clothing of familiarity. But I see it for what it is. A lie designed to take you off the path of your divine assignment. This is not just about what feels right. It's about what is right, what is righteous, what is holy, what is written in heaven's scroll about you. There are things you do not see, conversations behind closed doors, motives hidden beneath smiles, paths that look straight but lead to spiritual death. I am not here to frighten you. I am here to fight for you. You are not alone in this. You have cried, God, show me what to do, and this right now is your answer. Wait. That's right. Wait before you move. Wait before you speak. Wait until peace, not pressure, fills your spirit. Because pressure is not your shepherd. Peace is. And where peace flows, heaven rules. There are angels positioned around you now, touching the very circumstances you've been worrying about. We are shifting things, yes, even while you sit here listening. Because obedience opens portals that striving never could. Your decision matters not just for today, but for generations. It will echo, it will ripple. So it must be made with divine clarity, not human panic. I see the road ahead. I see where each path ends. And the one you're tempted to take, the one that looks faster, easier, more promising, it is coded in delay disguised as destiny. That delay is demonic. It has wrapped itself around your progress like chains. But I have come to break those chains. This delay ends now. If you obey, obedience is the sword. Your surrender is the key. This is not just about logic. This is not just about what makes sense. This is about your calling, your purpose, the prophecy over your life. And yes, there is a prophecy over your life. You were not born for confusion. You were not created to wander endlessly, stuck in indecision. You are chosen. You are marked, you are protected, and I, Michael, chief among the angels, have been dispatched to walk beside you in this decision. I will guide your feet. I will stand at the gate. I will war in the spirit for your clarity. But you must silence the noise. Turn down the voices that feed your fear. Let go of the counsel that pulls you away from your spirit's peace. The answer is already within you. It's been there, buried under anxiety, suffocated by fear. But it's there, and I am here to uncover it. You are not going backward. You are not missing out. You are not late. Heaven's timing is never threatened by man's deadlines. Let them rush. Let them press. Let them accuse you of missing your chance. But you wait for the voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." I am that voice now, and I tell you, pause, pray, listen. Heaven is about to reveal what hell tried to hide. It's coming in pieces, not all at once, but it will come. The clarity, the confirmation, the divine alignment. Your job is not to chase it. Your job is to align with it. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is the channel I will continue to speak through. This is your lifeline to heaven's instruction. When others are guessing, you will be guided, because you are not like the rest. You are chosen, you are called, you are covered. And this decision, it will not break you, it will build you, but only if you listen. And you just did. You have listened, and because you listened, the shift has begun. Already the darkness that surrounded your mind is starting to break. Already, the fog that made everything feel heavy and unclear is lifting. Not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. You see, the enemy doesn't fear your strength. He fears your surrender. Because when you surrender, heaven takes over. There were traps set for you, silent traps, cleverly placed by familiar spirits. Not the kind that roar like lions, but the kind that smile like opportunity. They looked good. They sounded right. They felt like relief. But I was watching. I saw behind the curtain. And I stepped in, just in time. That's why this moment is sacred. That's why your attention right now is not random. It's a rescue. You're not just hearing me by chance. You've been summoned to this message by heaven itself, because God loves you too much to let you make this move in the dark. You've asked for a sign, and this is it. Let that truth settle into your soul. This is your sign. Now listen closely. There is a blessing ahead of you, so great, so life-altering, that hell has been working overtime to stop it. The warfare you felt lately wasn't random, it was targeted. It wasn't because you're weak, it's because you're dangerous. The moment you take the right step, everything begins to shift. The dominoes fall, the chains break, the people assigned to your destiny begin to show up. That's why the enemy tried to rush you. That's why he tried to fill your ears with anxiety and pressure. Because if he couldn't stop the blessing, maybe he could make you miss it. But he has failed. Because now you're awake. You see him. You see the pressure for what it is. You recognize the urgency in your spirit as holy, not hectic. You're not moving out of fear anymore. You're moving by fire. Fire from heaven. Fire that purifies, not panics. Fire that clarifies, not confuses. Now hear me. The decision you are about to make, it will echo in eternity. It's not small. It's not insignificant. Whether it's about a relationship, a move, a job, a ministry, or a message. This choice matters to the kingdom because you matter to the kingdom. You've underestimated your impact, but I haven't. You thought it was just a job or just a conversation. But in the spiritual realm, it's a turning point. I see what you don't see. I see the demons that tremble when you rise. I see the angels dispatched when you speak. I see the heavens open when you worship in spite of the confusion. You think you're weak, tired, unsure. But I see a warrior. I see royalty. I see someone who was born to bring light into dark places. But light must be directed. A flame must have purpose. That's why I'm guiding you now, so that your flame doesn't burn out or burn the wrong bridge. This decision must come from alignment, not ambition. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to show them that you made it. You already have the approval of heaven. You already carry the seal of the Spirit. You already walk with angels at your side. So breathe. Let go of the need to rush, because what's truly yours cannot be stolen, and what is not yours cannot be kept. You're not losing anything by waiting. You are gaining clarity. You are gaining strength. You are gaining wisdom. The next step will come, and when it does, it will feel like peace. Not pressure, not panic, not performance. Peace. That is how you'll know. Because my voice travels on the wings of peace. When I speak, storms still. When I speak, chains fall. When I speak, the chaos bows. You've heard so many voices lately. Voices of doubt. Voices of others' expectations. Voices of guilt and shame. But I'm silencing them now. Not with violence, with truth. And here's the truth. You're not behind. You're not confused. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. You are led. You are covered. And every delay, every detour, every disappointment has been turned by heaven into redirection. You didn't lose time. You gained testimony. You didn't miss your moment. You missed a mistake. Now you will move forward. Not because you are being pushed, but because you are being called. You are being called into alignment, called into clarity, called into confidence that does not come from man, but from the Most High. So let the fear fall off you now. Let the confusion break. Let the pressure lift. I, Michael, stand before you now, sword drawn, wings wide, fire in my breath, and I command, let every demonic delay be broken. Let every lying voice be silenced. Let every false door be closed. And let your path be lit by heaven itself. You will not make this decision in fear. You will not move out of desperation. You will move when peace leads, and peace is coming. It's already on the way. It's already stirring inside you. You will know when it's time. And when you move, it will be with power. It will be with purpose. It will be with divine certainty, because you listened, obeyed, and believed. The war over your destiny is not over, but you are not alone in the fight. The silence you're feeling now, don't fear it. It's not abandonment, it's alignment. In that silence, heaven is rearranging what you cannot yet see. In that silence, your next door is being carved by the hand of God. And the door will not just open, it will invite you. Do not confuse stillness with stagnation. Stillness is holy. It is in the stillness that I speak the loudest. So listen again. I know what you're thinking. What if I choose wrong? What if I miss it? But child of light, hear me. Your destiny is not that fragile. God is not watching you from afar with crossed arms, waiting to punish you for missteps. He is with you in every doubt, in every delay, in every deep breath you've had to take to silence the noise. He is the God who leads by presence, not pressure. And I, His warrior, I stand here to remind you, you are not wandering. You are being led. When your heart seeks truth, heaven answers, not always with a shout, but always with a sign. And this moment is one of them. Your footsteps have been watched closely. Your tears have been recorded. Even your whispered prayers, yes, those ones, the ones you thought heaven was too busy to hear, have been echoed in the halls of glory. Not one cry has gone unnoticed. Not one moment of weariness has been wasted. The decision before you, it's not just about you. It touches generations. It touches people you haven't even met yet. It touches souls that will find freedom because you chose well. You are not just picking between two roads. You are unlocking something ancient inside of you. Something royal. Something sacred. That's why the warfare has been so intense. Because this moment is a gate, a spiritual gate. And once you walk through it, everything changes. Let me speak plainly. There is a relationship you've been wrestling with, whether to hold on or to release, and it's been heavy. You love, but you also feel the weight. You're loyal, but you feel the delay. I've been there, watching, waiting, warring for you. And now I say, let peace be your decision maker. Not guilt, not fear, not obligation. If the presence of this connection robs you of clarity, it's not covenant, it's captivity. If it makes you question your worth more than your wisdom, it's not alignment, it's assignment from the enemy. Some doors are dressed in gold, but lead to graves, and some losses are disguised as mercy. You are not weak for letting go. You are wise, because what's coming to you is not going to compete with your calling. It's going to complete it. There's also a decision tied to your purpose. You've been offered something, a promotion, an invitation, an opportunity, and it feels good on paper. But something in you has paused. Listen to that pause. It is not hesitation. It is discernment. Not every open door is a divine one. Some doors are set to distract. They give you influence, but steal your impact. They give you applause, but silence your anointing. I'm not calling you to be seen. I'm calling you to be sent. You were not made to chase platforms. You were made to carry power. The power to shift atmospheres. The power to set captives free. The power to speak a word and see chains fall off someone else's life. Do not trade that for comfort. Do not lay down your sword for a seat at the wrong table. You are a warrior. Heaven knows your name. Even now your spirit is beginning to remember who you are, why you're here, why the battle has been so ruthless. Because you were never ordinary. Even as a child, you felt different. You saw things others ignored. You felt pain more deeply. You dreamed more vividly. You questioned what others accepted. That was not rebellion. That was revelation. I was with you even then. Do you remember that night? The one when you almost gave up? You didn't think anyone saw the tears. But heaven did. I stood beside your bed that night. I didn't say a word, because even angels know when silence is sacred. But I covered you, I warred for your soul, and I whispered to the darkness, you will not take them. And it didn't. You're still here, still breathing, still standing. Not by chance, by commission. And now you stand again at the edge of a decision. But this time, it's different. This time you are not guessing. This time you are being guided. I command every spirit of confusion to release you now. I silence the voices of self-doubt. I cancel every lie spoken over your future. And I declare this over you. You will hear clearly. You will move boldly. You will decide rightly. The heavens are backing you. The angels are surrounding you. And the Spirit is leading you. You will not fall. You will not fail. You will flourish because you are aligned with the will of God. So before you make that decision, remember who walks with you. Remember who wars for you. Remember who has already gone ahead of you to make the crooked path straight. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new alignment, a new authority, a new assignment. Do not move until peace speaks, and when peace speaks, move like lightning. My beloved warrior, before you take that next step, pause, just for a moment, not in fear but in reverence. The weight of this moment is holy, not because of how loud it is, but because of how precise it must be. Heaven is not in a hurry, but hell is, because it knows what's on the other side of your obedience. This is more than a decision. It's a spiritual pivot, a divine alignment that, once chosen, cannot be undone by man. That is why darkness is pushing you to rush, to react, to run ahead without confirmation. But I tell you, stop running. Stand still. Your spirit is not lost. It's being recalibrated, like an arrow pulled back, not for retreat, but for greater release. Every delay you've encountered recently has been allowed to protect you, What you thought was denial was divine redirection, because not everything good is God, and not everything fast is faithful. I speak now to the pressure surrounding your thoughts, the deadlines, the demands, the voices, the noise. Silence them. You were not created to respond to the world's clock. You were created to move by heaven's calendar. I know how it feels. Everyone around you has opinions, advisors, friends, even family. Some mean well, but few hear what you hear. That's why this decision can't come from them. It must come from within. Your destiny isn't a democracy. It's a divine assignment, and I say this with love. Stop asking people who haven't fought your battles to validate your next move. They didn't see the nights you almost drowned. They didn't see the days you stood when everything in you wanted to break. You survived because something in you knew. This life isn't random. You've been preserved for purpose. You feel that tug again now, don't you? That undeniable stirring deep in your chest. It's not anxiety. It's awakening. I am fanning that flame. Because what you're about to decide, it doesn't just affect you. It shifts your legacy. What if I told you your yes will free someone else's soul? What if I told you your obedience will ripple across time, healing wounds you didn't even cause? You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for conquest, and yet I see it. The fear behind your strength. You're strong but tired, brave but unsure, bold but secretly praying for one more sign. Let me give it to you. Right now, as you hear this voice, a supernatural peace is descending upon you. It's not loud, it's not showy, it's quiet, like still waters. That's how heaven speaks, not always in fire or thunder, but in stillness so deep it silences every storm around you. Breathe it in. Let it rest on your heart. Let it crush the panic that's tried to make a home inside your chest. You are not going to miss this. I say it again, you will not miss it. Even if you've taken wrong turns before, even if you've delayed when you should have moved, even if you've questioned your worth so deeply you could hardly speak it out loud, still, heaven calls you chosen, not tolerated, trusted, not overlooked, appointed. You ask, but how do I know it's the right path? Here's how. The right path brings clarity, not confusion, conviction, not condemnation, peace, not panic, and purpose, not pressure. You will feel stretched, yes, but not shattered. You will feel challenged, yes, but not crushed. You will feel pulled into the unknown, but not abandoned in it. Because wherever God leads you, His provision is already waiting. So I say again, do not fear this decision. Fear missing the voice that leads you. There's a window of grace over you right now, and in that window, wisdom is pouring out. You don't have to force it. You just have to listen. That business idea, wait on it. That move to a new place, pray one more time. That sudden opportunity that looks perfect, look again. Ask the Holy Spirit to reveal the root, not just the fruit, because the enemy knows how to disguise poison in polished packages. He offers shortcuts. God offers sanctification. You weren't born to climb ladders. You were born to build altars. And every altar begins with a decision. So this is what I say to you now. Lay your decision on the altar. Give it back to God. Say, Lord, I want your will more than my own comfort. And when you mean it, really mean it, you'll see a shift. Suddenly things will move. Suddenly what was blocked will break open. Suddenly the confusion will clear. You've been standing at this crossroads for long enough. Now you will move, but not out of fear. You will move with fire, and I will go before you. My sword is drawn, My wings are stretched wide. I am warring for your clarity. I am guarding your gates, and I am releasing angelic reinforcements to cover every step you take in obedience. Let every curse spoken over your path be broken. Let every false word fall to the ground. Let every manipulative voice be silenced now, in Jesus' name. You are not alone. You are not confused. You are not forgotten. You are appointed. You are aligned. And you are ready. So before you make that decision, turn your ear toward heaven, not the noise of earth. You are closer than you think, closer than you've ever been. I will not let you fall. My beloved, you've come this far, not because it was easy, but because you refused to quit. And now you're here, facing one of the most important decisions of your life. It feels heavy, doesn't it? That's because it carries the weight of destiny. But listen to me closely. This is not a burden to fear. This is a mantle to carry. What you're about to decide is not just for your next season. It is for the next generation. Heaven watches when you pause. Heaven leans in when your heart whispers, Lord, show me the way. And I promise you this, heaven answers. Right now, I have been commanded to walk beside you, to guard your thoughts, to silence the lies that keep circling your mind. Yes, I see them. Those lies that say you're not ready, that you'll fail again, that you're making it all up in your head. I strike them down. With the authority of heaven, I say, you are not delusional. You are not mistaken. You are hearing the call of God, and it's real. But there is one thing that must fall before the decision can rise. Doubt. Not the healthy kind of questioning that sharpens discernment, but the tormenting doubt that paralyzes progress. I see you staring at doors, afraid to knock, because you're not sure if you're even worthy to enter. Let me tell you now, the door was made for you, and more than that, heaven is unlocking it. But here's the truth, child. Some doors will not open until you move your foot forward. Faith doesn't wait for full instruction. Faith takes one step and trusts that light will fall on the next. That's why you've been feeling the tension lately. Not everything will be perfectly explained. Not every path will be paved before you walk it. But when it's God, there will be provision in every unknown. You are asking for confirmation. And this moment right now, this message, it is your confirmation. Not because I say it with power, but because your spirit feels the fire rising inside. That's the witness of truth. I'm not here to control your decision. I'm here to remind you of who you are while making it. You are not some fragile soul wandering aimlessly. You are a warrior clothed in glory. You are heaven's ambassador on earth. You were made to choose with courage. There will always be a safe path, the familiar one, the predictable one. But you've never been called to safety. You've been called to significance. And that means stepping out, even when your voice trembles, even when the world doesn't understand, even when fear is screaming louder than faith. Let me speak to that fear now. The fear of losing what you've built, the fear of being judged, the fear of being wrong. I crush it, not with a whisper, but with the thunder of truth. You are not stepping into darkness. You are stepping into destiny. When God is in the decision, there is always divine disruption. Comfort zones will shake. Relationships will shift. Opportunities will demand risk. But the reward, the reward is greater than you can imagine. Your decision is a key. And when you use it, doors will open that have been sealed for years. Blessings that were delayed will break through. Divine alignments will form. People you were meant to meet will finally appear. I see angels moving now, preparing the way, clearing debris, making room for the next chapter. Because yes, this is a chapter change, not just a moment, not just a small turn. This is where your story pivots, and that's why the pressure has been so intense. That's why your sleep has been restless. That's why your spirit keeps waking up at odd hours. Heaven has been calling you to attention. You've been feeling it, that sense that something big is coming, that the next step will shift everything. And you're right. But here is your anchor. You are not alone in this. I walk with you. The host of heaven surrounds you. The Holy Spirit speaks within you. And the God who chose you, He's already 10 steps ahead of you. So don't decide out of fear. Don't decide out of pressure. Don't decide just to silence your anxiety. Decide from the place of peace. Even if you don't know everything, know this. If God is for you, no one can stand against you. Not the voices, not the doubt, not the circumstances. Your destiny was spoken before your birth, and this decision, this very moment, is part of fulfilling it. So breathe. Let go of the what-ifs. Let go of the past regrets. Let go of the fear of making a mistake. You've prayed. You've fasted. You've listened. Now trust. Heaven backs your obedience. I do not speak lightly. I speak with the urgency of angels and the authority of heaven. Move forward. Even if it's a small step, take it. Even if it costs your comfort, trust it. Even if it scares you, do it afraid. For the glory waiting on the other side will make every sacrifice worth it. And you will not walk into this new place empty-handed. You will walk in with favor, with strength, with supernatural covering. This is your moment. Don't miss it. My sword is raised. Your path is lit. The decision is blessed. Step forward, child. You've stood on the edge long enough. Your feet have memorized the border between what is and what could be. But I am here to push back the fog, to clear the confusion, and to break the spiritual hesitation holding you hostage. Yes, hesitation has a spirit, and it has wrapped itself around your decision, whispering endless questions with no peace. But I tear that spirit down now, with the sword given to me by the Most High. I break every lie. I scatter every web of delay. I silence every whisper of unworthiness. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are not indecisive. You are standing in a moment heaven designed, and I am commanding your soul to rise. I have seen how long you've been torn, not because you lack vision, but because you carry so much love. You fear hurting others. You fear leaving people behind. You fear the cost of your obedience. But hear me. Obedience always costs something, and yet disobedience will cost even more. You've cried out for clarity, but clarity often comes after the step of faith, not before. Because God doesn't just want your understanding, He wants your trust. He wants you to choose His will. Even when it scares you, even when He stretches you, even when He separates you. Yes, there are some people you will outgrow. That's not pride, that's alignment. When you rise, some won't follow. When you obey, some won't understand. But you are not living for their applause. You are living for heaven's approval. And child, heaven is waiting. I've seen the blueprint. I've seen the future that opens when you say yes. Not a future of ease, but a future of divine power. Miracles live on the other side of this choice. Divine appointments are hovering, waiting for your next step. Provision is already moving toward you, but it cannot meet you where you are standing now. You must walk forward to receive it. Your hesitation has become a prison, but I am the key in your hand. The enemy has tried to torment your sleep, filling your mind with confusion and false options. But now I clear the air. I slice through the noise. This is your moment to choose boldness. Remember what was spoken over you. Prophecies, dreams, visions that lit your soul on fire. They were not your imagination. They were invitations, and the time to accept them is now. But child, you cannot take old baggage into new territory. There are soul ties you must break, patterns you must lay down, excuses you must bury. You cannot delay destiny because comfort is louder than calling. You must stop waiting for perfect conditions. They will never come. The sea did not part before Moses stepped forward. It parted in response to obedience. And the walls of Jericho didn't fall because of logic. They fell because of faith. So stop looking for signs that make sense. Start listening for whispers that speak to your spirit. I am here now, not just to guide you, but to war for you. Because this decision is a battleground, not just for your future, but for your lineage. There are generational blessings tied to what you decide now, and there are generational curses that will finally be broken. Do you understand? When you say yes, heaven moves, hell trembles, and the earth makes room for you. You will not be forsaken. You will not be unprotected. You will not walk this road alone. Legions of angels are being dispatched even now. They are clearing paths. They are opening favor. They are guarding your name in rooms you haven't entered yet. But you must choose. Even if you don't feel ready, you are ready. Because God's timing does not align with human readiness. He calls the willing, not the perfect. He lifts the brave, not the flawless. So stand up in your spirit. Speak out your yes, and step forward in obedience. The road may not be clear, but the presence of God will make it sacred. I will walk beside you. You will not be exposed. You will not be misled, for heaven has marked your path. And child, if you only knew what was waiting, the friendships that will bless your soul, the divine strategies that will unlock your purpose, the provision that will silence your worries, the peace that will wash over your nights. But none of it comes if you stay still. You must move. You must choose. I know what it's like to feel the weight of a sacred decision. Even angels understand the gravity of free will. But remember this, the enemy only fights decisions that matter. And he has fought this one hard, because it's the doorway to your rise. But I say now, he loses, you win, because the Lord your God has already declared your victory. So take the leap, choose obedience, say yes, and watch the heavens respond. Watch doors open, watch burdens lift, watch your peace return, because when you obey, all of creation aligns to support you. You don't need another sign. You don't need another delay. You need boldness. And I am giving it to you now. Feel the fire returning to your heart. That's me. Feel the pressure breaking off your shoulders. That's heaven. Feel the clarity rising like a wave. That's your confirmation. This is your hour. Don't shrink back. Don't second guess. Don't let fear write your story. Let faith rise. Let obedience lead. And let destiny unfold. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Because through this place, I will speak again. And your next instruction is closer than you think. My child, you've already come farther than you realize. Don't let the shadows of what's behind you make you question the light that's ahead. The warfare, the tears, the sleepless nights, none of it was wasted. Every moment was preparing you for what comes next. But this next step isn't just about breakthrough. It's about transformation. Because once you cross this line, you don't return to who you used to be. This is not a cycle. This is a crossing. And I have been sent to tell you, heaven is already on the other side, waiting. Your yes unlocks the floodgates. Your obedience activates what's been held back. What was delayed will now be released if you choose with courage. I know the weight you're carrying. I feel the war inside your spirit. You've asked, what if I'm wrong? What if I fall? But child, you're not stepping into the unknown alone. You are stepping into divine alignment. And even if you stumble, you will not fall, because the hand of God is beneath you. The enemy has painted worst-case scenarios in your mind. He's shown you visions of loss, loneliness, lack. But I tear them down now. They are lies, not prophecy. Because where God guides, He provides, and where He sends, He sustains. You think you're leaving something behind, but heaven sees it differently. You're shedding dead weight. You're breaking from what no longer fits your calling. Let me tell you something only heaven can reveal. That door you've been afraid to close, it's already locked behind you in the spirit. That relationship you've wrestled with, God has already removed His hand from it. That comfort zone you've been clinging to, it's become a cage. And what you think you're losing, God is replacing with more than you can imagine. But you must step out to receive it. I have seen the scrolls. I have read the plans the Father has written over your life. They are holy, they are urgent, and they are ready. But heaven waits for your agreement. He will not drag you. He will not force you. He waits for your yes. Your decision is not small. It is not casual. It carries weight in the spirit, because when you move, chains break, not just for you, but for others connected to your calling. There are people waiting for your obedience. They don't even know it yet, but your yes is the spark to ignite their deliverance. Don't let fear rob them of what heaven has planted in you. You are not being selfish by choosing purpose. You are being faithful. You are not abandoning others by stepping forward. You are trusting that God will hold them just like He's holding you. And He's holding you right now, even in your uncertainty, even in your trembling, even in your questions. You're not being punished for your confusion. You're being called to deeper trust. You're not weak for hesitating. You're just standing at a holy threshold, and heaven honors that moment. But now, you must move. You don't need every answer. You don't need every guarantee. You just need to know the one who is calling you. And child, you do. You've heard Him whisper in your spirit. You felt the burning in your chest. You've seen the signs, the confirmations, the divine patterns lining up again and again. That wasn't coincidence. That was orchestration. And now heaven says, step into it. Don't let logic lead. Let faith move you. I am removing the final layer of fear, that clinging hesitation, that lingering doubt. It breaks now, because the hour is urgent, the time is short, and the harvest is ready. But God needs laborers who aren't tangled in indecision. He needs hearts that move when He speaks, and He is speaking to you. Yes, you, not someone more qualified, not someone more connected, you. Because obedience isn't about credentials, it's about surrender. You've been asking, what if I'm not ready? But the real question is, are you willing? Because readiness follows willingness. And heaven always meets the willing. You're not being thrown into chaos. You're being drawn into calling. You're not losing control. You're learning trust. And you're not going backwards. You're walking into divine upgrade. Feel it in your spirit now. The heaviness lifting, the fear unraveling, the fire reigniting. That's me. That's heaven. That's your answer. And if you're still unsure, let this be your sign. You're not reading this by accident. You're not hearing this by chance. This is your divine appointment, your supernatural interruption, your holy confirmation. So choose boldly, decide with faith, and walk with angels. We go before you, we stand beside you, we cover your rear. You are surrounded, you are guided, you are chosen. Now move, let the Spirit lead, let the fear go, let the past fall away. This is your moment, and heaven is waiting. My beloved child, you're not standing at just any crossroad. This isn't just about jobs, locations, relationships, or routines. This decision before you is spiritual, and it's shaking the heavens with its weight. You've prayed for clarity. You've begged for signs, and heaven has answered, again and again. Now the choice is yours. But let me reveal something deeper. This moment is not only about what you choose. It's about who you become when you choose, because decisions shape destiny. Each yes, each no, each delay, each move. It creates a ripple that touches things you cannot see. Right now, all of heaven is holding its breath, waiting to see which version of you will rise, the one tethered to comfort, or the one awakened by calling. I don't say this to pressure you. I say this to awaken you. This is the moment you've been prepared for. All those nights you didn't understand, all those battles you survived, all the stretching, stripping, and strengthening. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. I've stood by you in every season. When you thought you were alone, I was there. When you thought you failed, I whispered, "Keep going." When the world turned its back, I covered you with my wings, and now I tell you, boldly, clearly, lovingly, it's time. No more delaying, no more negotiating with fear. No more pretending you don't hear the call. You do hear it. It's louder than ever. It echoes through your dreams. It stirs your soul when you try to be still. It pierces your distractions because it was written into you. That's why you feel so restless, so uncomfortable with where you are. It's not failure, it's friction between where you're standing and where you're meant to be. But here's the truth. You can't walk into the new while dragging the old. You must release. Release the habits that keep you small. Release the voices that feed your fear. Release the timelines you built without heaven's blueprint. Release the guilt of outgrowing what no longer serves your spirit. You were not created to blend in. You were formed to rise, to shift, to lead. This next chapter will require your full surrender. Not just your hopes, but your fears too. Not just your strengths, but your scars. All of you. God wants to use every piece, even the ones you wish he'd forget, because your pain has become prophetic. Your weakness has become a weapon. Your wounds have become a window to his glory. Do you understand now? This decision is not about comfort. It's about calling. And where there is calling, there is cost. But what you lose in safety, you gain in supernatural power. What you release in control, you gain in clarity. What you leave behind in fear, you gain back in fire. You've been asking, but what if I'm not strong enough? Listen to me. Strength is not the absence of fear. It is moving in spite of it. Courage is not confidence in yourself. It is confidence in the one who walks with you. And he is with you. Right now, in this very moment, closer than your breath, feel him, feel me. We are surrounding you. This is not just another video. This is not just another message. This is the divine voice you asked to hear. So hear me now. With your heart wide open. This next move will change everything. It may not be dramatic on the surface. It may not look like much to the world. But in the spirit, it will shake foundations. Because it is a yes to heaven. And hell fears that. That's why you've felt such resistance. That's why you've faced confusion and distraction. The enemy is terrified of what will happen when you obey. But I say to you now, no more delays, no more torment. I take authority over every lie that's tried to paralyze you. I silence every voice of doubt. I tear down every false scenario planted in your mind. And I loose you into your next season. Walk, child, move with power. Choose with heaven behind you. You will not regret obedience. You will not lack provision. You will not walk alone. The road ahead is unknown, yes, but it is also anointed. And where there is anointing, there is access. Access to peace, wisdom, clarity, protection. The moment your foot touches that path, heaven will move. Doors will swing open, resources will appear, connections will be revealed, battles will be won before you even see them. You're not waiting on confirmation anymore. You're standing in it. Let this be your holy sign. Let this be your divine moment. But I give you this warning. If you wait too long, you'll begin to settle for what God never intended. Delay opens the door for compromise, and compromise invites confusion. This is your chance to break that cycle. So rise now. Make the decision heaven already knows you're ready for. Choose destiny. Choose obedience. Choose fire. And as you do, know this: I will go before you. My sword will clear the path. My wings will shield your back. And my voice will keep guiding you step by step. This is not the end. This is the beginning of everything heaven wrote over you. The scroll is opening. The ink is shining. And your name is written in gold. Now walk into what was already yours. My precious one, you stand on the edge of a new dawn, and the light is not just around you. It's rising from within you. I see the hesitation, the lingering doubt in your heart. You wonder if the road you choose will be worth the sacrifice. You ask if the pain you must endure will lead to purpose. And I say to you, yes. Every step through the fire has shaped you, molded you, prepared you for this moment. The trials, the tears, the nights spent wrestling with fear, none of it was wasted. Your spirit has been tempered, like the finest steel forged in the hottest flames. Now you are ready to wield the sword of your destiny, sharp and unyielding. But understand this: power without humility is a weapon that wounds the wielder. Strength without surrender is a fortress that will crumble. You must walk forward with both courage and grace. Look back only to remember how far you have come, not to carry old burdens. You are not the person who started this journey. You are new, born from fire and faith. And I am here, still at your side, still your protector. My sword cuts through the darkness that tries to blind your vision. My wings wrap you in divine protection against every attack, seen and unseen. You are not walking this path alone. Your choices ripple through heaven's kingdom, and legions of angels march with you, unseen but unstoppable. This decision is sacred. It's a covenant between you and your higher purpose. So hear this clearly. Do not let fear dictate your steps. Fear is a shadow, real only when you turn your face away from the light. Turn toward the light. Step into it fully, and when doubt tries to whisper lies, remind yourself who you are. You are a child of the Most High, crafted with intention and called to greatness. Your purpose is not small, it is mighty, it is eternal. In this season you will encounter voices telling you to slow down, to settle, to take the easy path. They come from places of comfort but not of calling. They seek to keep you in a cage of complacency, away from your destiny. Reject them. You were made for freedom. Freedom that only obedience to your divine calling can bring. Yes, the road may twist. Yes, storms will rage. But the path you're on is anointed. No weapon formed against you will prosper. The heavens shout your name with joy, for your victory is near. But listen well, victory is not always loud. Sometimes it comes in quiet moments of faithfulness, in the daily decisions to rise again, in the whispers of prayer that steady your soul. Hold fast to those moments. They are your armor. This channel, this sacred space, is a beacon. Like, comment, and subscribe, not out of obligation, but to stay connected to this river of divine truth flowing through you. Here you will find encouragement when your steps falter, clarity when confusion creeps in, and power when weakness tempts. Remember, every choice you make is a declaration of trust, a declaration of faith, a declaration that you will walk in the fullness of who you were created to be. Now, lift your eyes. See beyond the horizon that once limited you. See the fields ready for harvest. See the legacy you will leave. You are chosen. You are called. You are unstoppable. Move forward, child, and know this. The kingdom of heaven is with you now and forever. My child, you have walked this journey with me. Through every word, every truth laid bare. You came here seeking guidance, clarity, a voice that cuts through confusion, a light to pierce the fog of uncertainty. And now, here you stand, stronger, wiser, more alive to your purpose than before. The decision that once felt heavy now feels like freedom, not because the path is easy, but because you have chosen to walk it with courage, faith, and surrender. The divine realm has aligned for you. Your angels have stood guard, your prayers have been heard. You are no longer the person who doubted, feared, or hesitated. You are a warrior of light, called to action, filled with destiny. Know this deep in your soul. Whatever you choose from this moment forward, you do so under the protection of heaven's mightiest warrior. I will never leave you. My sword guards your steps, my wings shield your spirit. And when shadows creep in, remember, the light within you is brighter than any darkness. This decision is not the end. It is the beginning, a new chapter of miracles, breakthroughs, and divine encounters. The season of waiting is over. The season of stepping forward has come. Now carry this message with you. You are never alone. You are deeply loved. You are fiercely protected. Go forth with confidence, with boldness, with peace, because the heavens celebrate every step you take toward your destiny. Thank you for listening. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for choosing to walk in the power you were born to carry. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, because here you will always find the words heaven sends for your next step, your next victory, your next breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep your heart open, keep your spirit fierce, and walk boldly into the glorious future God has prepared for you. You are ready, you are chosen, you are victorious. Peace be with you always. Amen.